Cedric Maxwell Podcast is powered by Prizepicks, the exclusive daily fantasy partner of the CLNS Media Network.
Back with another episode of the Cedric Maxwell Podcast. I am Josue Pavon alongside, of course, Cedric Maxwell. And Max, we're talking about life's most thought-provoking questions. That's what I'm gonna call this episode. That's what we got here, man. I got some mind-blowing questions for you, Max. I know I saw the video on Instagram. For people who are on Instagram, you guys know when you go through those reels, sometimes every once in a while, outside the comedy, outside the sports, at least for the way my thing is set up, my algorithm, you get some thought-provoking stuff. And you know what? This was like one of those videos where I'm like, I might never see this again. So I took a screen grab, recorded it, and I was like, we're gonna make this one an episode. Sent it over to Max, and I'm gonna ask you some of these questions. But did you get a chance to really think about this? I feel like this is something you kind of
you know what? When you see the video and I played it, and I was looking at it, and I was like, wow. I said there were deep questions. So no, I'd rather for you just to shoot the questions that to me off the dome, so I can go ahead and answer them. That's the way I felt. So number one
question. All right, this one's a good one. The way it started off, I was like, all right, you immediately got my attention. First question is, if you were in a room with every person you ever met, if you were in a room with every person you ever met, who would you run to and why?
I'm trying to figure to run to would be something who I would want to
rehash a conversation or go.
You know what? The person I think that I would go to that I met would probably be, and God bless his soul, would be Bernie Mac, and because I don't think people knew how deep he was. I told you the story how I met Bernie Mac. I was at Muggsy Bogues, who was a basketball player for the Hornets. He had a celebrity golf tournament. Dale Curry was there, and myself. So we walk in, and he had just performed for Muggsy's celebrity golf tournament. And went to the back, and Muggsy walks up, says, Muggsy shakes his hand, cool. And he said, nice meeting you. And then Dale Curry comes up, who now his dad is, Steph Curry's his son. But he said Steph wasn't there, so he said, hey, nice meeting you. I walk up, and I get ready to shake his hand. He said, you're motherfucking cornbread. I don't know who the rest of these motherfuckers are. And that was just like,
I love that story.
It was like the biggest up from somebody who was a celebrity and then ended up talking to him later on, and it was really cool. So if there was a person, I don't know if I would say I would run to him, but the person I think I met that I'd want to talk to would be him. Now, if there's a person on the other side that I haven't met that I want to talk to, would be probably Barack Obama, because he is like my all-time now, because of what he did for people of color, how he handled himself during 8 years of his administration, no scandals, the country was all good. People said the country was going to go hell in the handbasket once he became the president. And it couldn't have been anything further from the truth. And I was never as proud of a person as I was of him. But that would be the question. Probably Bernie Mac would be that person. Wow.
That's cool, man. I forgot about that story. I remember you telling me that years ago.
Should I say the opposite way? Or should I say the time that, I met O.J. Simpson. If I could just go back and talk to him like, dude, what happened? give me the skinny. Tell me what happened. And I met him actually in the Bahamas, and it was with a young white woman. And I wanted, oh my God, it was surreal. So okay, I got
no. Say what you wanted to say to that woman.
Yeah, girl, you need to get up out of here. You need to go, run, girl.
That's the line that cracks me up every time I hear that one. That's crazy. And it was what, a year or two removed from the trial, right?
It was probably it was more like about 4 years removed. From the time that he was prosecuted, and dare I say, people want to hear that he was by a jury of his peers. He was told that he was innocent. Mm-hmm. So I don't care what people think. That's what happened at the end of the day.
Trial of the century. Yeah, well, they got him. They got him down the road. They're gonna make him pay one way or another, I guess. All right, next question on that video. If someone gave you a box of everything you have ever lost, what would you look for? This one, I have no idea. I can't even think of something. I mean, I guess it goes to show you how materialistic things don't matter all that much. If it's, I can't even think of one thing, but what's something that you could think of?
Thing that I lost and I couldn't find.
Just think of a box of everything you ever lost, so you're like, it's in there, or whatever it is, that one thing that you looking for.
That's a good one. Now that's
Right?
the question when you ask, I'm like, a box and it was lost. I don't know. I found most of those things that I wanted, so I wouldn't. That one, I'm gonna pass. Give me the next one.
Right?
This episode of the Cedric Maxwell Podcast is brought to you by Prizepicks. Prizepicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prizepicks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps, on Prizepicks, it's just you against the numbers. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. One Caleb Williams passing yard gets you 1 win on Prizepicks every week in September. That's right, only 1 yard gets you an automatic win every football weekend in September. 4 weeks of free W's. Don't miss out on this deal on Prizepicks because it's gone when September ends. You can win up to 100 times your money on Prizepicks with just as little as 4 correct picks. For example, I got Jamar Chase receiving more than 79.5 yards. All right, so I'm taking the more on that, and that's all it takes. You either pick more or less. It is that easy. Running back Zach Williams is at 13.5 rush attempts. I'm taking more on that as well. Boom. That simple. 2 picks right there, and I'm set for the week. That's just an example of the kind of picks that you can make when you play on Prizepicks. Download the Prizepicks app today and use code CLNS and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prizepicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prizepicks, run your game.
I was gonna say the only thing that crossed my mind was my old car, but I didn't really it stopped working. It's not like I lost it. I woke up one day and it was gone. So I don't know if that applies.
Only thing I could think about that I had was an old Valentine's card from an old girlfriend, and I had already treasured it and kept it for the longest time. Ended up losing it and never found it again. Never came up again. You got papers and you keep papers in a special place. I always thought that Valentine's card was going to be there. Somebody I dated in New York, and I lost it and never found it again. So that'd be one thing I say I lost and never found again.
You ever thought about asking one of the girlfriends you dated after that girl?
Nope. No, I don't. Did you burn this thing up?
If I had to crack the case, that's where I would start. But all right, got you. Okay. That's a good one. All right, next one. If you had a chance to relive one day of your life, which day would it be?
The Final Four, the game I played against Marquette, and just to visualize that game again, to go back through it. The Final Four going there. Championship run in 1981, being the Finals MVP. If I go back to a day, that could possibly be it. That day, going back to that particular day.
What was that like that morning? Were you jittery? Were you excited? Like all of it?
The series was 3-2, and we were in Houston. And I remember getting up that morning thinking like, man, if we play well enough, we'll be the world champions. And just going out there and playing well and winning that first world championship, and what that day was like, and how it eventually grew into this own entity. And I think the strangest thing about that day was the last hour of that day. To be in an arena of 20,000 screaming fans, all your teammates, and then finally going back to the hotel and being in your room by yourself, and it was dead quiet. That was the most eerie thing, but that was such a special day that I will always remember.
That's incredible, man. That's a good one. All right, I like that. I like that answer. Okay, next one. If you could receive a letter from your future self, what advice or insight would you hope to find in it?
I think that if I was, that letter would be that you are commander of your life. Don't let anybody else make decisions for you.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is that when I had attorneys in the NBA at that time, financially, I let them make decisions for me. And the decisions weren't good decisions. They turned out to be bad decisions, bad choices. And I was more mad at myself than I was at them because I didn't step up. My advice in my letter, I would say, trust your instinct. Be your own leader. Make your own decisions, especially those important ones.
That's good stuff right there, man. I just feel like today it's just so different, in the sense of like people have their financial advisors, there's obviously agents, but there's other guys out there that
But
NBA players can turn to.
but here's the thing that I'm stressing. Those people, they work for you. You don't work for them.
Yeah.
You don't work. They are your employee, not your employer.
Right.
So your attorney, your advisor, your financial guy, that guy works for you. He gets a check from you. So your decisions, you tell him what to do, not him telling you what to do. So that would be my most important thing I would tell to self.
Okay. All right. Next one is if you had a chance to revisit a moment from your past, what would it be and what would you do differently? Right. So instead of like the other question, instead of just reliving it and just reliving the entire day and not changing anything, pick a day that you would go back and what would you change about that?
Probably getting married so young. I mean, I have
How old were you? Your first marriage?
Yeah, I only had one marriage.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
marriage.
probably, my I wouldn't have got married so young. I'd have waited. Now I have the most special kids from my marriage that one could have, but being 28 years old as a man, as an NBA player, I was way too young for me to get married. So I would say if I could go back and revisit one thing, that would be it. And not like I hate my ex-wife or all that stuff, but if I was advising like my child, I would have my sons. I said, dude, gotta live your life first. I was 28 years old in the middle of the NBA and decided to get married, and that wasn't the best decision. Being very candid as we are normally on this show.
Right. Yeah, that's what we do, man. Keep it 100. There you go.
That's keeping it 100.
Yeah, for real. All right. Okay. Last question. If you had to define your purpose in one sentence, what would it be and how does it influence the choices you make in your daily life? That's a deep one.
Being honest, even if it's brutally honest, it's something like I say, if somebody has something that I didn't want to eat and I ate it anyway, I'd be like, damn, that was nasty. Or somebody wears something, I'm going, dude, that's ugly, that's hideous. Or you with a woman or something, she's telling you about the drink. Just honesty.
Yeah, man. You used to do that with Bobby sometimes. You go, yo, Bobby, don't wear that.
Yeah.
Bobby Manning.
Yeah, Bobby, your guy Bobby right now, he come out like this Sherlock Holmes hat. I'm like, Bobby Manning, what the hell are you wearing?
What did you say, Gilligan's Island or something?
Like, they have a hat look like Gilligan's Island. I'm like, Bob,
Oh, that was a different one, I guess. Yeah.
Bob, you working with the press right now. You got to stand out. So
Yeah.
that would probably be my thing. Just the fact of just being honest with people, trying not to sugarcoat things, and as you and I say right now, keeping it on the 100.
Yeah.
Making sure that that's put in that you keep it on the 100 lets everybody know right now where you at and where you stand.
This episode of the Cedric Maxwell Podcast is brought to you by Game Time. Football season is back. That means tailgate season is back, and we all know the vibes here in New England and what that means. Do not miss out on these opportunities that Game Time has for you. All right, whether it's the Patriots, whether it's college football, whatever you're into, you don't want to miss out on these deals because Game Time gives you the absolute cheapest deals around, and it makes it so easy for you when you use their app to take advantage of those deals. You pick an upcoming game on the app. You browse through the seats on a brand new feature called Game Time Picks. That makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you incredible deals on great seats. You don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. It makes it easy for you. Curation makes it easy to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. The all-in pricing, this is the feature that shows you the total up front with no surprise fees at checkout, because I know everyone hates that, right? You get a panoramic view of your seat in the app before you buy. And again, this is the lowest price, all right? So that's the lowest price guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is also covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game Time.
Definitely. Keeps you authentic for sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unapologetically yourself. I feel like that's a big part of it as well. Because, sooner or later, people see through it. If you're trying to be someone that you're not, or if you're going the other way, being fake, or you're trying to impress someone in a way that's not genuine, I feel like sooner or later, people see the true colors. So
Yeah. Now, I'll go even further when I say this. I saw a reel also, and so I'll ask you on camera. It was Black History reel. And it was a black woman talking to some white people and also talking to some black people. The first question she asked, I'll ask you, is, as a young child, at what time did you know to come into the house?
Oh man, when the street lights are on. That's how you know, I'm telling you. Now the worst is when the street lights are on and then it's like as soon as you're approaching your house, it's like dark, so you can really see the lights. Oh, you late. You are late.
When the street lights come on and you are 15 minutes away from your house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because when the street lights come on, it's not dark yet. It's just like, hey, it's like a heads up. Like it's about to be pitch black soon. Take your ass home. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
No, number two was, what does it mean if a brother comes up, and when will you get it back? If a brother comes up to you and saying, "Yo, man, let me hold $20 till tomorrow."
Oh, man.
When you getting the money back?
You might never get that thing back. I mean, if anything, that dude owes you a sandwich, or he owes you, next time you kick it in somewhere, but you got to keep that in your back pocket. But to see that actual 20, nah, you ain't seeing that again. This is funny. Where'd you see this? It was a reel on Instagram?
It was a reel, same reel that you saw. Other question was funny. He said, and she asked a white person this, and then she asked a black person. And then she said, when somebody calls you and said, "I'm about 15 minutes away," and she asked the white guy, said, "What does that mean?" And the white guy said, "You'll be there in about 15 minutes." And then she asked the black guy, and so I'll ask you, what does that mean if I say to you, "Yo, man, I'm about 15 minutes away"?
I might see you in about a half hour to 45 minutes or so, maybe later. But damn, Max, you gotta change that.
It was the best part of that was the black dude said, "You ain't even left your motherfucking house yet." I said, "Damn." I said,
Yeah,
"Damn."
my brother Joel be doing that, yo. I'll be with him. He'd be like, "Yo, we're 15 minutes away." I'll be like, "Yo, we still at the house." What you telling my mom and dad? I'm like, do not tell them 15 minutes yet.
Absolutely crazy. Then I'm trying to think of the last one that she said, but they had me in stitches when they start talking about, people of color and how they view things. Oh, that was the other one. This was the
What
other
about
one.
parties, though? They should ask about parties. That's a different one, too.
No, let you know. Here was another one. As a black child, What did it mean? See, what did you think you were gonna get when you went to? What did your parents tell you when you? No, what did you think you were gonna get when you went to a grocery store with your parents? What would they say to you?
Oh man, don't ask me for a damn thing when we go into this place. But sometimes, sometimes you ask at the line, you get one. I don't want my parents like that, but you're right.
Don't ask for shit. Don't touch shit.
You cop an attitude so quick when they say that to you.
I love this when you pick up a box of cereal going, hey, can we have this?
Man.
Can we have this? They're going,
Yeah.
are you right? You don't put that damn cereal back right now. You know I only got $5 and how much money I can spend when I came in here.
Oh, they just remind you what they said before. What did I tell you before we came in?
What did I tell you?
Didn't I tell you? Why you asking me for something?
Looking up all crazy.
Yeah, that takes me back.
This is the way they look at you going, what? I know damn well. I know I talked to what? Come here. What did I tell you?
Now this is when you knew. This is when you knew you might be in line for something, right? When you didn't get the conversation, you were just everyone's in a good mood. You guys are laughing, you're kicking it, and then when you get to that, the line, and you look to your left, you see those candy bars or sodas, whatever you got your eye on. That's your time right there. That's your shot to ask. But the reason you cop an attitude right when they say it right from the beginning is because that closes the door for any opportunity for a snack. Right before they go into the store and they tell you, before we walk up in here, already, we're done.
When you walk up in here, don't ask for shit, don't touch shit, don't look at shit. Cause you ain't getting shit. That's it. That was it. You ain't getting.
All right, now let's go. Let's get it.
And now then that's when they ask you, you ready? You ready to go in?
Like, what you need me for then? Why am I here?
Wait. Oh, you just okay. You done tortured me already. You done told me what I can't get. And then right. I think the worst thing is when you go into a store when you're a young kid and you done seen some shit on TV that you got excited about. Oh, get some of the Lucky Charms because they got a prize in it. Hey, can we get that? And they look at you like, I know damn well.
She's pointing at the store brand cornflakes. She's like, sir, we got these. You know damn well that shit you saw on Nickelodeon. We ain't buying that.
Or you get the generic box.
Man, it just says flakes.
What are these called? Filet corn. That's not cornflakes. Where's the rooster at? Is that what be a rooster on? Oh, no.
It's like a chicken or something.
I didn't know they had a bear on the damn cornflake box. That is not. No, that's not the. No, it's not the. Well, that's when you're gonna get. Okay, okay. Yeah,
you go figure it out. Right?
Just singing that song. Can't get enough of those sugar crisps. No, we're getting sugar pops. These other things over here that you don't even know what the hell. It ain't no pure sugar.
Did you used to put sugar over the cereal? I definitely used to
do it. Man.
And you better not put too much because my mom will keep she won't put sugar.
That's another one right there. That's another one. Then the other one, the last one they had was, what would your parents say to you if you kept the damn refrigerator open too long?
Oh man. If you just made like 3 or 4 consecutive trips that were unnecessary, you would get talked to like,
that's the same thing as in the refrigerator.
Why do you keep opening that?
Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nobody bought nothing in there.
Yeah. My mom used to be like, "Did you think it was going to change that 4th time you opened the door?" Like some magical food that'll pop up.
Something that's in the box, like damn, no.
But she was right. Like, why did I just do that? Why did I open that so many times?
Back number 3, number 4. I think the worst thing my father used to tell me was, "Oh my God, when we just have water and you drink it all the way down to about right there, we just leave a swig in there." And parents would go, "You couldn't so damn lazy. You couldn't put no cold water back into the
put it back into the fridge."
Oh man! Oh my God! that Black History thing was funny as hell. So
that's hilarious.
That went off of what you asked me but just those questions. But man, that thing about the refrigerator, but that thing about the going into the store though, that just got me. What do you expect to get when you go with your parents tell you it's going to happen? Yep, they give you that speech. Every
Bro, and I
black,
knew exactly what the answer was. Oh, that's
yeah,
funny.
because they would ask some white people, it's like, oh, so yeah, she talked to you about what you're gonna get, and not black, not a black kid.
Oh man, white folks, you pull up like you say 15 minutes, you pull up 20, and they'll be like, "Oh, I was worried. Like, what's going
Yeah, what? I don't know about you. Oh my god.
on?" Or a party? Oh man, you got like a hour, not even like a half hour window. Otherwise, you labeled late. You
Yeah.
showed up too late. Yeah, you just
That's,
remind me, man. Like I used to be playing outside for hours, stuff like that. You go inside the house, it's hot, summertime. Man, this used to drive my mom crazy. Joel and I would do it sometimes. We would just open the freezer and just stick our head in it. Just cool off. When my mom caught us doing that shit, oh man. She'd be like, jump in the shower. What is wrong with you? He's sticking your head in the freezer for. Yeah, we'd be drenched, Max, drenched in sweat, like 4, 5, 6 consecutive basketball games, like coming into the house, like just oh man,
oh my god.
that takes me back.
Yeah.
Man, good stuff. Great
Yes,
episode, guys. If you have any answers to these questions, let us know in the comment section because I feel like everyone
please let us know.
personify it. We don't care, man. We want to hear it because
Please, because that is
funny.
the best. Like those other questions were deep, but then the Black History questions,
That's just funny.
they were absolutely hysterical. When they
You
talked
surprised
about
me with that. I didn't know it.
you about 15, when you say brother say you about 15 minutes away, where's he at? When man said, white guy said, oh, he'll be there in about 15, maybe 20 minutes at tops. That's the brother said, shit, he ain't even left his fucking house, shit, man. He said,
That dude's still in the shower.
oh my God. Absolutely hysterical.
That's going to do it for this episode of Cedric Maxwell Podcast. He's Cedric Maxwell. I'm Josue Pavon. We'll see you guys next week, man. Thanks for tuning in.
What's going on, everyone? It's Josue Pavon here. If you made it this far, that means you really enjoyed this video. Make sure you follow all of our social media platforms at Celtics CLNS. And of course, follow us here on YouTube.